Question: do you have a significant other in your life that you really, really love? I mean, like, really, really love? Back in a few. Hi, this is Jan from New York City, and my channel name is Jan from New York City. Saves money. If you are new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you are a veteran here, a sincere and humble thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you're just dropping by to say hello, hello. Hope one day you decide to stick around. I'm going to talk today about significant others and ways that we can express our romance for them. Grandma, grandpa, great grandma, great grandpa, they had the idea right. They did some wonderful things that I think that in this quick, fast world of technology has kind of gotten away from. And it's kind of sad, in my opinion. So I'm going to mention some oldies but goodies ways to express your love. To express your love, and it does not have to break the bank. And the first one that I'd like to mention is, when is the last time you wrote an actual love letter to your significant other? I mean, like, took some beautiful stationery, took a beautiful pen, use your hands that God has given you to neatly and carefully and expressively write down your gut level feelings for that person that you love. I think that it is the nicest thing someone could do. And even if it's towards your husband or your wife and you share the same residence, even if you share the same residence, you know what you could do? Get that special stationery when they're not around, write that wonderful letter, love letter, put it in the mail. Can you imagine the surprise and shock when they get this letter from you? Like, what? There you go. You may decide to not even put a return address on there and really keep the mystery going. But I think that is one of the nicest things anyone can do. What does it cost you? A little time, but your sincerity. It has to come from a sincere and loving heart. Next, remember back in the old days when people used to take the time to make a special candlelight dinner? You would see that often on those old shows in the 60s, oh, I want to make a special candlelight dinner for my husband or for my wife or from, my significant other. When is the last time that you, on purpose, figured out precisely what your loved one loves to eat, their absolutely favorite meal, maybe turn up the notch on it, make it even more special with like special effects and stuff like that. The candles, no distractions. Hire a babysitter that particular evening if you wish, and sit down and have that candlelight dinner at home. Play some wonderful, awesome music that your significant other likes, or just in general, relaxing music. This can be done, and it does not have to break the bank. You just have to plan it and just kick back and have a leisurely conversation about anything other than daily troubles or the bad news in the world today, or all those other things. Just talk about each other, talk about how much you love and care for each other, things that you would do on a date. I noticed something about married people, and this is not me, this was actually like a professional poll. Married people hardly look at each other's eyes, not like the way when you're dating someone and you're hanging on to their every word and you're looking right in their eyes. Try that. Just saying, just saying. Doesn't cost you anything but a little effort. Um, Let me see. Yeah, get their favorite food. That helps. Next, this is for the more of the rustic romantic. Plan an early morning hike in your area, but it doesn't have to be always the same place as you go. Find somewhere a little different, hike there, and it leads you up to a beautiful diner experience and have a wonderful breakfast with your loved one, or brunch, whatever you want to call it, or even lunch. Nothing too expensive. Excuse me a second. And you could walk off any additional calories back home. What does that cost? Just the meal at the diner or whatever. But you're going to have fun because you're going to re-explore other areas in your area that you really hardly ever explore. And there are some areas that you probably overlook in your area. Does that make any sense? I think it does. Next, the two of you could become children again. How? Go visit a zoo. Go to your local zoo. There's something so wonderful about visiting the zoo with, having that great wonder in your heart, just like as if you were, just really young, and, the curiosity going. If you have not been to a zoo in a very long time, you may consider to do this. And yes, it actually can be romantic because you're having fun just like you were young again. I think that's a great idea. I would do it. Next, bake a heart-shaped chocolate frosted cake or a pizza. It does not have to be February 14th to do these things. Some people are very generous about doing these things on February 14th. What's the matter? You fall out of love on February 15th? I think not. You could come up with making a heart-shaped chocolate cake or whatever cake you want to do and write down your special thing on top of it. I think that's a great idea. Next, write a poem or a love song for your sweet husband or your wife. What's wrong with that? Just speak from your heart. Dedicate a song. Use your own words. Write a poem. Write down how you feel. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it has to be from you. No one else in the world will have it, but your significant other. I think that's great. You could also make a video if you're not the poetry type and just express your feelings. Something that your significant other can keep forever should something happen to you. Think about that. I know we plan on being here forever, but wish that was always the case. It just is not. And finally, go back to the location or the area of where you either met or you took your first date. You had your first date there. Go back, pardon me, to that precise place. Now, the restaurant or the movie theater or the place where you met may not exactly be there, but anymore, because maybe many years have passed. But go to the general area and just recreate that wonderful feeling of newness. I think it's time that everyone shows each other just how much they mean to us. And if you have that opportunity to do it in a low-cost manner because your funds are low, just because funds are low doesn't mean your heart isn't large. So there. In the meantime, this has been Jan from New York City. Hope this video helps someone out today, puts a smile on someone's face. That's my intention. Have an amazing, fantastic day. Bye-bye for now, everybody.